Do you ever wonder how much time you truly have left after 73? I don't mean that in a dark way or a fearful way. But honestly, realistically, as we cross into our 70s, each year starts to feel just a little bit more precious. Each season carries more weight. You start to notice the way the light hits the trees in the autumn, or the first smell of rain in the spring, and you realize that these moments are gifts. But here is the truth that most people miss. Your body is already giving you the answers right now. Today, it's speaking to you through small, subtle signs that most people never notice until it feels like it's too late. Some people at 73 are still vibrant, sharp, and full of an energy that seems to defy time. They walk with confidence. They move with purpose. They wake up each morning ready to truly engage with the world. But others at the same age are struggling. They're slowing down, feeling weaker, and wondering if this is just what aging looks like. I'm here to tell you, the difference isn't luck. It isn't just genetics. And it certainly isn't about expensive treatments or complicated medical interventions. The difference lies in 5 specific signs that scientists say can actually predict longevity. And here's what might surprise you. None of these signs require a doctor's visit, a blood test, or any special equipment. They are things your body quietly does every single day. Before we dive into these, I need you to do something for me. Hit that like button right now. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on that notification bell. What you're about to learn today could genuinely change how you experience the rest of your life. These aren't just theories. These are scientifically proven indicators that medical experts use to predict health and lifespan after 73. Now, let's talk about the 5 signs your body is using to tell you exactly how long you might live. Sign number 1. Your walking speed. Our first sign is something so simple you probably do it without thinking. Your walking speed. It might sound too simple, right? Walk faster, live longer. But in the medical community, walking speed, or gait speed, is often referred to as the 6th vital sign, right alongside blood pressure and heart rate. It is one of the most powerful scientific predictors of lifespan that exists. Think about what it takes to walk across a room. It seems easy, but for your body, it's a massive orchestration. Your heart has to pump blood to your limbs, your lungs have to provide oxygen, your nervous system has to send signals from your brain to your muscles, and your musculoskeletal system has to provide the strength and balance to keep you upright. If you walk slowly, if you shuffle your feet, or if you feel unsteady with each step, it means those systems are starting to decline in unison. But if your pace remains steady and brisk, even if you aren't racing, it's a sign that your heart, lungs, and brain are still working in harmony. Take Helen, for example. Helen is 76 and lives in Portland. 2 years ago, she noticed something that bothered her. When she went to the mall with her daughter, she realized her daughter was constantly pausing and looking back, waiting for her to catch up. At first, Helen brushed it off. She thought her daughter was just in a rush. But one afternoon, the truth hit her hard. She wasn't just strolling, she was falling behind because she couldn't go any faster. That realization stung, but instead of accepting it as just getting old, Helen decided to fight back. She started walking every morning. At first, it was just around the block. Then it was 2 blocks. She focused on swinging her arms and lifting her feet. Within 6 weeks, her pace improved. Within 3 months, she was walking faster than she had in a decade. She didn't take a magic pill. She just gave her body the signal that it still needed to be strong. Ask yourself, when you cross a street, do you feel rushed by the light? When someone calls your name, do you move toward them confidently? If you're still walking with purpose after 73, your body is telling you it's still in the game. Sign number 2. Your grip strength. Sign number 2 is right in the palm of your hand, your grip strength. I want you to try something right now. Make a fist. Squeeze it as tight as you can. How does that feel? Does it feel firm and powerful, or does it feel a bit weak and shaky? Grip strength isn't just about how well you can open a jar of pickles. It is a window into your body's overall muscle mass and vitality. Because muscle loss, what doctors call sarcopenia, doesn't just happen in one place. If your hands are losing strength, it's a safe bet that your core, your legs, and even the muscles that support your breathing are also losing strength. Studies have shown that seniors with a strong grip live longer and stay independent much longer. Why? Because strength is the ultimate insurance policy against frailty. Let's talk about Robert, 74, from Seattle. Robert was a handyman all his life. He took pride in his handshake. But about a year ago, he noticed he was struggling with simple tasks. He couldn't quite twist the cap off his water bottle, and carrying the groceries from the car felt like a marathon. During a routine checkup, his doctor used a small device called a dynamometer to test his grip. The results were lower than average for his age. His doctor explained that this wasn't just a hand problem, it was a full-body problem. Declining strength leads to a higher risk of falls. And falls are the leading cause of injury for people over 70. Robert started doing simple exercises. He'd squeeze a tennis ball while watching the news. He started using light hand weights. He even made a point to carry his own shopping bags again. 6 months later, his grip strength had improved by 30%. But the real change was his confidence. He felt sturdy again. If you can still open your own jars and carry your own bags without your hands trembling, you are doing better than you realize. Your grip is a sign of your body's internal battery level. Sign number 3, your emotional resilience. This next one is often ignored because we tend to focus only on the physical, but it is just as important. Sign number 3 is your emotional resilience. Longevity isn't just about how many miles you can walk, it's about your connection to the world. After 73, people who stay positive, socially engaged, and mentally curious tend to outlive those who withdraw. Why? Because chronic loneliness and stress aren't just feelings. They are physiological states. They flood your body with cortisol, which causes inflammation, weakens your immune system, and literally accelerates aging at a cellular level. Think about William, 78, from Denver. After his wife passed away, William became a ghost in his own home. He stopped calling his friends. He stopped going to his weekly card game. Physically, he started to shrink. He looked frail, his voice got quieter, and he seemed to be aging 5 years for every 1 calendar year. His daughter eventually nudged him to volunteer at a local library. He went, mostly just to get her off his back. But a strange thing happened. He started helping kids find books. He started chatting with the other volunteers. He had a reason to get dressed and leave the house. When he went back to the doctor 6 months later, his blood pressure had dropped. His markers for inflammation had decreased significantly. The doctor asked what medication he had started. William laughed and said, "I started caring about something again. Your mind is a health tool. Are you still curious? Do you still laugh? Do you have people you can talk to?" If you feel connected and purposeful, your body stays in repair mode rather than stress mode. Sign number 4. Your ability to maintain balance. Sign number 4 is perhaps the clearest indicator of your nervous system's health, your balance. Balance is an incredibly sophisticated process. It requires your inner ear, which senses movement, your eyes, which track where you are in space, and your brain, which has to process all that data and send instant corrections to your leg and core muscles. If you can stand on one foot for 10 seconds or more, your internal wiring is still in great shape. But if you wobble or have to grab a chair immediately, it's a sign that the communication between your brain and your body is slowing down. Dorothy, 75, from Phoenix, realized her balance was slipping when she started wall walking, that thing where you unconsciously touch the walls as you walk down a hallway just to feel steady. Then one day, she swayed while reaching for a plate in the cupboard, and it terrified her. Dorothy didn't want to become a fall risk. So, she started practicing. Every morning, while her coffee was brewing, she would stand at the counter and lift one foot. At first, she had to hold on with both hands. Then one hand. Then just a finger. After 2 months, she could stand on one leg for 30 seconds while looking out the window. Improving your balance doesn't just prevent falls, it actually keeps your brain sharp because you're forcing it to process complex coordination data every day. If you're still steady on your feet, your nervous system is telling you it's still resilient. Sign number 5, your sleep quality. Finally, we have sign number 5, your sleeping patterns. Sleep is the janitor of the body. When you sleep, your body isn't just off, it's working overtime to clear out toxins from your brain, repair damaged cells, and regulate your hormones. As we get older, many people think it's normal to sleep poorly. But science tells us that those who maintain 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep after 73 have a much lower risk of cognitive decline and heart disease. Consider Sam and Graham, both 75. Sam has a strict routine. He dims the lights an hour before bed and avoids his phone. He wakes up feeling refreshed and sharp. Graham, on the other hand, watches TV until midnight, tosses and turns, and wakes up 4 times a night. Over a few years, the difference becomes clear. Sam's memory is excellent. He's energetic. Graham, however, struggles with brain fog and fatigue. His body isn't getting the repair time it needs, and it's starting to show in his blood pressure and his mood. Margaret, 74, fixed her sleep by making small changes. No caffeine after noon, a 15-minute walk in the morning sunlight to set her internal clock, and keeping her bedroom cool and dark. Within weeks, her energy levels soared. If you're sleeping well, your body is getting its daily service. It's a sign that your internal systems are being maintained for the long haul. Conclusion: the path forward. So, let's look back at the 5 signs: walking speed, grip strength, emotional resilience, balance, and sleep. These aren't just random facts, they're your body's way of talking to you. And the most beautiful thing about all of them? They can all be improved. You are not a passenger in the aging process, you are the driver. Helen improved her walk. Robert rebuilt his strength. Dorothy restored her balance. You can do the exact same thing. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend or a family member who might need this encouragement. Aging well isn't about luck. It's about paying attention to the signals and taking action while you still can. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these signs are you going to focus on first? I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong, stay curious, and keep moving.